Mission going one. I think a guy is trying to reveal some new Facebook ad strategies for 2022. I think we should kill him.
Got it, go ahead.
Okay. Oh man, I missed him.
Eventually.
Hey, this year was very tough for every single business owner. With the iOS 14 update, with a lack of attribution, Facebook ads, it was a very difficult part of marketing for every single entrepreneur. That's why I am going to talk about my newest strategies and some easy tips that you can implement for 2022 to get better results, to make more money and grow your business. We'll start with a tip for the audience testing, and then we'll go to creatives where then you have to send people, and also a strategy that will sound for the first time kinda old, but believe me, it's working quite old nowadays. With the audience targeting before the iOS 14 update, back in the days, I feel like I'm old when I'm saying that. In the past, we are using one single interest per ad set. Now that's not the case, because after iOS 14 update, Facebook needs more data. We need to give Facebook more information who is our target market. And especially after their latest update that happened in the late September 2022, now we have by default detailed targeting expansion. What does it mean? Well, in the past we had the option to whether use that option or not. Basically, when we turn on that option, then Facebook is gonna go beyond our targeting options that we gave to them if they think they can find your ideal customer. Now that option is by default, at least for conversions campaigns. So it doesn't make sense for us to use only one single interest, because anyway it's gonna go beyond that interest. I'm a very huge promoter now for categorizing your audiences. I always talk about this in my previous videos. I really believe that when we categorize our interest based on their needs, based on their hobbies, or like what they like to do in their spare time, then we can test faster and we can allocate our budget more rationally. Now, if we talk about creative testing, which everyone is talking about this, because it's very important from now on, you have to focus more on video format. Unless you've tested all the formats and videos just simply don't work for you, then stick to the formats that are converting in your ad account. But besides that, focus on videos. Well, why videos? Because first, people want more to interact with videos. When we are looking for content, when we want to learn something new, we don't go usually, to articles to read or to look at some images. We want to see videos because they are dynamic, we can learn from those, and we can interact much better. Everything on these platforms is about engaging, and videos are a great way to make your potential customer to engage with your content, to engage with your ads. And at the same time, these are what platforms want you to do. Their main goal is actually to keep their users for as long as possible on their platforms. And you can do that by having videos, because your videos can maintain your potential customers' interest for a longer period of time. If we talk so much about these videos, then we have to test in isolation some of the elements that we're using in our videos, because believe me, every single detail can make a huge impact in your ad account. One thing that I highly recommend you, if you're using videos, especially user-generated content, then test the thumbnail and the text that you're using for the first seconds. The key here is to test in isolation. If you take a proven video, then test only the text or only the thumbnail, because if you change them both, you don't know whether the thumbnail or the text actually made the difference. After everything that I said, when it comes to sending people to your website, make sure that you send them to the product page. After hundreds and hundreds of testings, I found that if you send them to a product page, then you're gonna notice a higher conversion rate. Because think about it, if you show your product on your ad creative and you send them to your homepage or collection page, then they need to make that effort to find that specific product that they liked. And nowadays people are kind of lazy. Why they should find that product when actually they have so much things to do in their life? Make this process and experience look very easy to them. And the last thing I want to tell you is actually thinking about converting your potential customers in the backend. I'm talking about gathering emails through that lead generation. Yes, I know it sounds pretty old, but believe me, it works very well nowadays. This lead generation strategy was used by many advertisers in the past, Then we switched to the strategy where we send people directly to the product so they can buy it for the first touch point. But because of the iOS 14 update and the lack of tracking, it's much harder to do that. Now, I'm not saying that you need to completely ignore the strategy where you send people directly to a buying decision. What I am saying is that make sure that you have another campaign where you send people to a landing page where you gather emails in exchange of a very compelling offer. Email marketing is a very powerful way to convert people. The only thing you need for this is an email list with people who are true fans and interested in your products. So all these tips sound cool, but we human beings are not self-aware. That's why when we start implementing some new tips and strategies, we think that is right, but actually that can be completely wrong. But if you have a coach who can guide and give you a perspective, that's how you succeed. So go ahead and click on the link in the description below and book a discovery call with me to see if or how we can work together.